Welcome, everyone, to Pitbull Stadium, not far from Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. And today, this fan base eager to show everyone what the Panthers' home field advantage is all about. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the BYU Cougars taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida International Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. And the returner will be brought down.
And the BYU offense will take over. First and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the team, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're facing a 3rd down. trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Panthers will keep this drive going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The Panthers are marching down the field. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
And that pass is intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get laddered up.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks. Last week, they've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures. But when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I think sometimes you can overthink things a little bit as a play caller, and on fourth down, I know you got a receiver who's really fast and you're trying to get him the football and see if he can get to the perimeter of the field, but the defense was waiting on it. That was maybe a little bit too obvious. And
oh, look out! He's at the 30, the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Gets it out quickly. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that's another FIU. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, BYU 7, Florida International 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. Steps away to find some room. And it's caught inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TF.
Yeah, I got to win this, but I got to stay in the top 10, man. I need to make a national championship run.
He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. FIU pushing tempo. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes.
Drive those legs. Drive those legs. Drive those legs. Come on, man.
Sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Looking for a crease to the left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play. Now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still sap it.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown, and there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Breaks the tackle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. FIU will line up to punt. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Cougars have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bauer. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll let one go down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. They'll try to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. But listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Florida International, 7.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
This offense has a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Sellers. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Snags it on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida International.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut it to the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack. And the Panthers are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Coming after him. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll leave it with him. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Cougar! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Got the back over the middle. Oh, he dropped it! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
When you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Starting to feel a little pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's another FIU.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, FIU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Panthers! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're lining up to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time. Or, for us, green light. Go for it.
And the Cougars get it past the sticks.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The running back has it. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. So you come up big, you force the third down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
Gets away from one, finds some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
How about the strong safety on that one? It's a great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback will audible. To the air. It's Sellers. Feeling some heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw for it. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the left. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He'll ride his man on the option. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Tackle is made at the 17-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Timeout, BYU.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Now on the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
And how about the true freshman, trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football. And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit. Everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called.
Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
With the catch, it's Bowers. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. BYU right back to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's back to throw on second down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
If he houses this, it's ball game. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
The give from the gun. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
At the 24-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. And he got it. The kick is good. Wins the game in overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.